I left the beans at home with roasting.
So how different will be with pasta?
Well, I'll show you the beans so you can see.
Alright. Oh yeah, I guess, what kind of pasta is it?
Later. I mean, the beans have a lovely quality. They're beautiful things. And you can write them and they're smooth. I would write on pasta.
Ah, can you write on the pasta?
Well, I did try. It's a bit wobbly, but we can.
What kind of beans are these?
These are, magic. What do they grow? Yeah.
Do you know which beans actually are baked beans?
What beans are like?
They must have a proper name.
But I've never tried drying them. I know I eat beans after growing them.
So which one?
They dry.
They're called the calamine.
I did do it on butter.
Is it the calamine? Because you can buy calamine beans. And it doesn't say baked beans.
Cannellini beans. You have to write pasta for them.
So which ones are these?
These are organic pasta beans from Infinity Food.
Oh, right.
No, they don't. They just, that's where I got them from. So that they're slightly nicer because they're not as used. Why are we not? Because you've just been there trying to get me beans. I forgot. No, I know. I had such a packet. And I left it on my way to work.
The bean game.
So, are you alright? So, I'm going to give you 10 pastas each.
10 pastas. Sounds a bit like Bitcoin, yeah?
Yeah, the new currency.
Yeah, the pasta. There is, peseta, there's, what's the currency in Argentina?
Peso. Oh, you got one right.
Yeah, peso. Sounds a bit like pasta.
I am trying. Pasta is slang for money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think in Mexico.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Really?
Even better.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. It's not beef pasta. That's what I like Canadian. Yeah. But, yeah,
Oi. You're taking my money.
So, how many have you got,
Sorry. 5 there, hopefully. Another 5.
I know, we're going to have to...
Yeah.
And he's being a very blurry cat and it's his headphones. Can you hear us? So there are different coloured pens.
Yeah.
There's a thin end that you can draw with.
Yeah, you can hear. Hi, Phil. Can you say hello?
I'm watching it.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Rachel says hello.
I turned my camera off just because I'm increased bandwidth.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
But I'm here.
Okay, cool.
The voice has got... Oh, how's your cat?
The voice is called 8 and Victor. So how many? Who hasn't got a Halloween to follow? You've got some. You've got some.
Yeah. I have 10. Yeah. Is it too many?
No, that's fine. What you need to do?
Yeah.
It's a cat lifted by the plane.
Okay. What you need to do is think about the 10 sort of important things in your life. And it could be
Does that have to be 10?
points. Yeah, so 10 points is the most important thing. Like, if you didn't have it, you would be really, like, either not alive or a very unhappy person. One being 10 times less important than the other thing.
Can we just do 10 and not rate them?
You can do 10 and not rate them, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, we'll work through the rating thing. Just put 10 important things.
You can write them down.
On the next page.
On the first, I've forgotten your
Oh, right.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you need a pen, so you
Yeah.
need that one.
Sure.
What's that? Is that? Oh,
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to record this thing, so
Huh? Oh, that works. Do you know what? If we're not playing for points, as it were, we're just playing for collaboration, like pure collaboration, not like even some interest, but then you don't need to worry about it. We just need to get more. So don't worry about it. Yeah, this one's really.
Mine's a bit close.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, as long as we can sort of really where we can share it along.
So the things that are really important in life.
Up to you, yeah. Maybe it could even be something that's not desirable at all, that's just what is there as well.
hard to write in
I know, I'm realising. Sorry about that. I love the fact the cat's eating them. Oh my god. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's broken.
No, I don't really. Okay. Phil, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, would you like to write 10 things?
I mean, I can hear you, but I'm not picking up every word. I'll be honest.
So we're all writing 10 values on the beans, like things that are important to us. Well, you know, things that are important to us.
I was writing things.
That's fine, things are
So
fine.
it's getting a list
Values,
of
yeah.
your top 10.
Actual things.
Okay, things are fine. I mean, you know, it could be anything, but it's something that's important to you. So.
When like things writing kind of like.
Oh, is it two sides? Oh.
Okay, if you that's all right.
Like honesty and liberty and stuff like that.
If you want, you could put water, pizza, Bible.
Sure. Okay, now I did.
Phil, do you want to do 10 as well? If you want to put them in the chat window, we can type them out for you.
Well, you can type. Phil.
Say that again.
So if you want to take part in writing some of putting your own input into it, if you write 10 things that are important to you,
You're
can
okay.
you put it in mine, please?
Yeah, you can put it in the chat window.
Yeah, and we'll type them out. We'll put them out for you on the beans. Okay.
Ten important values, yeah? I mean,
Well, important things. It doesn't have to be
Stuff.
like bad stuff that you care about. Here you go. Over here. That's what you need. So I've got 10 on this 10 over here.
I think I've got
Oh, okay.
You know, because this is cat pattern, isn't it?
No, especially raw.
So I'll give you. Shall I give you Phil's pile as well? Is that
It
some
could
boy
be
the
better
cat's
for
gonna
somebody-
eat them.
All right. Just a,
Alright, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Is that it?
yeah.
Okay. So
Okay.
once you're done, just spread them all out onto paper wherever you want. Just make sure that between all of them, there's a bit of a gap to put some lines. So just drop them.
Can you miss that?
Between each of them, just let's try and leave a bit of a gap.
So it doesn't matter if they all get mixed up.
No, they're all meant to get mixed up. Yeah.
Alright, okay. I can actually feel stuff. I don't know how clear.
How big are your beans?
They're pasta.
Pasta length.
Apparently they've got ridges on them. If they didn't have the ridges, they'd be...
So they need to be more spread out.
Yeah.
Is that roasted?
Yes, I've been trying to say hello to you, Philip. Hello.
Hey, nice to see you.
That's right, I tried to get you...
We said hello earlier. Said hi. This is Rachel.
It wasn't so clear.
That's all right. Hello.
So Phil, have you put your list up on the chat?
Did you put your list?
So what is it? The list of 10 things that are valuable to me.
Yeah.
Ooh. But the cat's eating them quickly, so I think...
Well, you've got a cat too, haven't you, Phil?
I'm not going to put any more.
Sorry?
You've got a cat as well, haven't you?
So what we need to do now is just translate,
Interested in eating the pasta.
make a mapping of all of these. Okay. So I think if we spread them out a little bit
You've
more,
got to put them so you can read what's written on there.
we're going to just write and we're going to create a copy of what this is.
So we're doing a
I
map.
do a bit of writing.
So what we need to do now is we can do this together. We'll just make labels like that and write the words.
And then we're going to find when those two say.
Oh, there's some note. No, it's not quite like that.
What kind of things are you writing on your beans?
How about you?
You write your stuff.
interpret
Yeah.
that.
I can't do that. I didn't write
I can't.
Have you done any?
it. I didn't.
Yeah, I tried as well, yeah.
When you've written them, put them in here.
Oh, I didn't put that.
That's okay.
Who wrote shite?
Me, probably.
I gave my cat the whole thing.
Shit.
What does that say? Odd.
The family got one.
Oh.
The cat's got one.
We put it back in the jar when we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be more general. We've got... I'm just looking at them. But if it's no one else can would make sense of it, then it's
What's that say? Is that your
Well, the worst
Probably.
thing I find
If you cannot understand it, it's probably mine.
is
Yeah, rhythm.
rhythm? I like it.
I find it hard when we're playing the game, and sometimes the writing on the thing, it's hard to read, and then the writing on the thing is actually identifying which one it is.
no, I just thought,
Radio 4.
I put Sasha, that's my cat. I could have just put my cat, couldn't I?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I
People put names, words,
Felix.
I don't know how specific or generic you'll be.
okay, you can be as specific or generic as you like.
I think it's interesting. I gave my cats on each, and then I had one on any.
Are you typing it? Because we cannot see you typing.
Aaron, can you translate this one?
No.
Not things.
Not things.
Internet. There must be internet.
I can't understand the
No, it doesn't
Language.
that one's a film.
Food.
No, I haven't taken anything yet.
What's the view like from where you
I
are?
find it great. This kind of exercise very hard.
You take it seriously.
You can just go into the dictionary and just randomly pick 10 things if it has, or something like that.
I think because we're surrounded by cats,
So it depends on the thing that's worked out.
because they're here.
Can you see it okay, Phil?
I think it's really, if you ask me to do it another moment, I might not have thought like that, but
Happy.
who's this one? The one with quite small tail writing. I call it Aaron.
Probably mine.
Interpret for it. Quite nice.
Surf.
Oh, surf, that's nice.
Surf.
Look
Sure.
Yeah, you'll have to in touch.
You approve, yes.
There's another one I can't read.
Where was the
It's just over here somewhere. Can't say it back.
6.
Okay. Actually, I've just got that one before. Yeah, that one. Where, I have to write that one.
So what, has Phil done it yet?
I haven't.
I don't know. Ah, yeah.
I'm free, I can start writing them on. Oh, he's starting there, isn't he?
Come in, please. Where is he writing?
I think from the chat there.
Yeah.
I thought it should come for everyone.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think the ones that open. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, maybe he's writing it somewhere else.
Wait, no, did I do cat?
Did they all go on?
No, I thought I did. I thought these were the ones I did. No, that is my writing. No, I think I did them all. And then that's why they're in my writing.
Okay, so this is part of the game, but it's not the end of the game. Here's the beginning. So basically, I normally have a dice, but I don't have one of those either on the Facebook. Does anybody have a coin? Like 3 coins, the same coin, like 3 pennies or 3 10p's or
Yeah.
pennies, right? 3 pennies.
I can't believe I didn't put chocolate on there.
Oh, that's fine. Nobody put chocolate, huh?
If I thought about it a bit longer, I don't think I'd put chocolate in there.
3 5?
Yeah, 3. So, normally, I've got a dice, and...
So just to be clear, am I looking at you having scattered the beans?
Yeah.
on the piece of paper?
Yeah, should we wait for you? Have you written them down anywhere, your ones? Because we can put yours in.
I think I'm at the list that sounds too bland.
It feels
Oh,
Like,
it doesn't matter.
This is the intelligence of the crowd. It doesn't matter what you say. Everyone says, between us all, we've got random stuff.
And we've still got loads of chocolate out of the whole group.
I couldn't catch any of that.
Nobody put chocolate. That's your opportunity to put chocolate on.
We would like you to put chocolate on yours.
2 sets, 3 arts, at least 3 cats, but no chocolate. It's like you think about all the other things. Friends.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think yes, friends and family. Yeah.
no. How can we simulate a dice?
Yeah, there's 3 sets.
Coins, because I need to get an odd or like 4 to 6.
And radio 4. And radio 3. Oh, yeah, no, that was moving.
Like on the team.
BBC would like that.
I realised I
Yeah, you're looking for odd even.
Like, I want to get like roughly 4.
The music is really generous.
4 different times.
No, it's two flat.
I could put
4 times as likely to roll. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. If you roll odd, like heads and tails, then you can, if you get 2 heads, then you pick a random one. That's fine. You get the 2. Cool. So, just to introduce the game a little bit, I've been doing this for about 10 years. It's my ongoing art project. And what I like about it is it kind of creates a portraiture of a group interaction. So like us, for instance, we don't know each other. We've put all kinds of things. We've interpreted my instructions quite like liberally, I think. And at the end of like this period, what we're going to have is a map of how we have interacted with each other and the decisions we've made based on some rules, but also some of our own decision making and drawing. So we're going to draw lines. And the cat. I think the cat's going to influence us. So once Phil gives us his lines, his things, we can add them. This is our random pot. This represents all the things in your life that you don't.
All right, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to read them out and we'll write them on the thing?
You have to write them on a thing as well.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you.
need to get added to the.
Oh, I see. I think the cat might have taken one.
Okay. What are your things then, sir?
Optimism.
Optimism.
So optimism.
Yeah. Okay.
You can give us another one.
Optimism.
Shorter words, though.
Another one?
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
That's a lovely one. What else?
Invasion.
Friendship. System.
Friendship, yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. What have you got?
I just curiosity.
Curiosity, I've done invention.
Okay.
What one are you doing? Yeah.
Systems,
Systems, I'll do systems.
Systems, I'll do friendship.
patterns,
Patterns, I've got
health,
You've got patterns, okay, I'll do it.
environment,
Well,
making,
and I think the cat's eating the rest of the pasta.
and okay. So the last one is not going on.
there's one more there.
Oh, we've got a little one, okay. What's
Yeah.
the last one?
No,
Music.
No, that's okay.
oh no, I already start reading. That's just wrote it just now. That's in my house, that one.
Okay, cool. So, we're going to employ the coins to determine whether we choose or we have to pull out connections from here. So the idea is to create connections between the beams. Not beams, I'm sorry, beams. The beam. Right. We have to create 2 lines coming out of each beam. And you could think of this like each beam is like a house, and each house needs to have power and water in order to function. And that once it's got those things, it's kind of safe. It's a safe house, right? So we need to get 2 lines, no more, no less, from each beam. Okay. Now it's a bit. There's lots of things on here, and what we want to avoid is getting trapped. If we get trapped, then what happens is it's going to be difficult to connect other between each other because it will come clear as we go along. We could have done, but it would have been difficult because there's quite a lot.
You can't cross lines.
We can't cross lines. That's the main thing. The lines enable us to see what's going on in the
It doesn't matter what they're joined to then.
Doesn't matter what they join to, as long as they join to 2. But it will matter because we're going to be pulling them out of connecting. So that's
No, I see. No, I don't see that.
okay. So we'll do it, and just by doing it, we'll see. Okay. All right.
Are you with us still?
Are you doing it, Santa?
Oh yeah, you do need a penny. Yeah. I think it'll be easier to see. Okay, so I'm gonna throw these coins. I don't know how. I'm just gonna throw them, and if they land in 2 heads, yeah, or 2 tails, we pull out the beams from here, and imagine if these 2 get pulled out, we have to draw a line between them.
Oh, okay.
If they're odd, like as in one's head, one's tail, then...
3.
Huh?
You've got 3.
3? No, I've just got 2.
Said you had 3.
I know, I thought it would be just simpler to have 2.
Okay,
But it could be that it doesn't work, but we'll see. If it's like head and a tail, then we get to choose, and hopefully there'll be more of that. Will that be more?
What does
Then
skills
no
do
chances
with
of
this?
rolling a head and a tail than 2 that is the same.
No, well, if we do just, if you roll 2 rolls.
I'm just watching.
Okay. So if you get 2 tails, you can also choose. So basically, we choose everything until it's 2 heads.
Oh, there's
King is decided.
3-1 here.
At which point we put our hand in here.
Watch out, watch out,
Oi.
watch out. Quick.
All right. So I'm going to start. Just to give you an idea, okay?
Tail.
So the tail. So we've got 2 tails. So we're going to choose. I'm going to make the first mark.
So what do you choose then?
I'm going to choose something that's fairly close to something else
In
to avoid breaking. So the concept or in meaning? In meaning, I'm going to do it in meaning to start with, but there's going to be a point where meaning won't have so much meaning. Where
How many lines are you going to start doing here?
if you did that, you could do that, but you'd have to think about what you're losing by doing that, because by doing that you're dividing the whole board and there's not much space to move around. So it all becomes a question of Alright, well we'll do it.
You start and
So I'm going to start. I'm going to connect honesty and friends.
You only make one line and it's almost okay.
Right.
Yep.
Now we rotate. Yeah, right? So in this case, sorry, I forgot one really important thing. I shouldn't have drawn the line. I should have given it to
Okay.
In the future, I get to choose, you draw the line, you get to choose, you draw the line, something like that, and the rest of us help. Okay? So it's about indirect collaboration, actually. It's not directly, I want it, I get it. Okay, so you do it, and then I'm going to choose for you if it's one choice. Okay, so I'm going to choose the line that you're going to draw. Okay. Right? And again, I'm going to choose something that's fairly.
So what's the? Why do you do the kind of dice thing?
Because we get to choose a lot in life, but sometimes it's just things happen that you can't choose. So that's a way of simulating stuff that you can't control.
But where does the dice? What does the dice do? You're going to choose anyway.
I'm going to choose now.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to choose. You have to
Okay.
So
sometimes you can choose, because if it says sex, for example, there's 3 of them.
exactly, you can. That's right. So I'm going to choose friendship and health, just because it's nearby, and also it starts to create a safe zone. Now,
Friendship to help.
friendship to health, and what we need to do is know that yours is to help, the friendship one belongs to you, kind of thing.
You can take them out.
In a bowl it's easier, and with beans it's easier, so we're going to leave them inside. Okay, so then you
I shape.
shake it. So you've got a head and a tail again. So this time you can choose what line you'd like him to draw.
Oh, where?
So from anywhere to anywhere, but just considering that space issue.
Well, from sight to eyesight, so right next to each other, and they're quite close to each other.
Okay. So the goal collectively is to connect everything without losing anything, without
I
tracking
don't think
anything.
I'm going to be here that long, I have to say. Now
Okay,
you've explained it, I think, well, if you have to throw the dice every time, then you have to get 2 lines on each one, and I'm going to become home. It's a nice idea.
It does take a little.
Yeah.
But if you
Isn't it?
so did you roll?
I rolled.
Okay, so yeah.
And then I choose the.
Yeah, we can. It'll pick up speed. I think it'll be
Yeah,
slow.
it's not. It seems
So 2 tails. So choose. No, you choose again. No, the other you
yeah.
choose forward.
I choose. Okay. Should be. Guitar and music.
I'm sorry. I've got 2 hands.
So now you get to.
So I draw from her.
You could do it. It doesn't change much, but yeah.
No,
Yeah, exactly.
we've got option, isn't it? Option.
Sorry, Jay, maybe I missed something, but I'm not understanding what the random thing chooses.
So the random thing chooses 2 points to connect across the board, and they have to find them and connect those 2. What
You
happens?
don't choose which 2 points to connect.
No, we
No.
call that.
I didn't get the calendar because I threw.
Yeah, she rolled 2 heads. And
But the thing is that the ones on top are filled. They're both filled. They all sit on top.
yeah, we need to shake them
And
back.
yeah, I guess you guys go around the outside.
So now we've got a problem that something happened. It's out of our control. As much as we want to be choosing, we can't. So, but now you can choose the direction you take.
What are they?
We need to
So
help.
well, I don't
You
understand.
can draw the line.
Why don't we just have a go each and do it? We're still collaborating. The bit that one person throws dice and someone else makes the line seems unnecessarily
In this case, it's probably unnecessary because we're not collecting it. In other games, you actually get to keep that thing.
Oh, I see.
And that ownership is quite important though.
Okay.
But here, maybe
No,
it's
I've
not.
got these then. I've taken these because I took them out. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
that's
you just put them back because they've only got one line.
Yeah.
So do you know where that line has to get connected?
I think I have to go around the outside, but I don't know if it's Neil Carolinian. So
You're doing the drawing. You do the last line.
so it's still all the way around.
Just, yeah, just being aware of the space, like leaving gaps. Cool.
Now I need to do it.
So you've got
2 heads.
2 heads.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do?
So you,
All right.
well, you know.
Do I choose
I
or?
choose them, wasn't I?
All right.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, okay, 2. Health, and making.
Okay, so health is here. I think there's another health somewhere. Making's here. So, I mean,